to tell me what they need help with, provide guidance. And often the most important part is just kind of keeping quiet and letting them work, because I don't want to give them too many answers. And a lot of times they don't want people or tutors to give them the answer. They want them to learn how to do it. And often the best way to learn how to do it is by practicing. Generally, I've been working with one student more often than others. She'll often say, I have a couple things I'm not quite sure I understand. So that's good, because sometimes some kids don't necessarily know what they don't know. She pretty much knows the things that she wants help with, which is good. And then it's a question of sort of, what I like to do is just try to review some of the main concepts and see if there are any conceptual things that she's having difficulty with. And if there are, explain that to her, so that way she gets on the right path. Once she gets that concept, it's so often applying it in a slightly different way. So then she then is very good about going back and looking at how she did the prior problem and using that to do the next. I think over time, what's helpful about that, I think, is that her self-confidence is increased. I think at the beginning, she tended to want a little bit more kind of reinforcement of this right. Now she's kind of pretty good about just going through the problems, and so I think that's reassuring to me, because I feel like that's a key part of learning is students be willing to kind of try it on their own and then see how they come up with it without having to be told at each step. Yes, that's right. That's right. By helping students improve their math abilities, there's lots of different payoffs. The thing about high school, I think is important, is that students are starting to think more about what they want to do with their lives. And I think one of the problems with math is that it's often taken out of context. It's like a lot of it is taught through drills and memorization and things. And I feel like one of the ways to make math more fun and more exciting is actually to think of ways of relating it to real life experience or what kids are interested in. And I think in terms of math, what's really important about it is that it not only is it needed to get to certain levels of college or to get jobs, but I think just in order to be an informed citizen, you need to understand certain concepts. I try to be very patient with students, and I also try to find out what they're good at. So I try to build up their strengths and their confidence. Everybody's learning style is a little bit different. Everybody's strengths are better in certain areas, and so you really want to try to customize. Well, I find it very rewarding to volunteer at Fenway. Seeing how they're progressing is really important, because sometimes it can be frustrating if you're working and you don't see any progress in how the students are doing. But when you see that progress, sometimes day to day or even week to week, it's very, very rewarding. So I really enjoy it. I make it really clear how rewarding I find it, and also how much of an impact I can have on students.